Hey and welcome everyone, it's Egwin from Beyond Systems. We do another part of our core series today. However, this is also a standalone video if you are completely new to my channel or to my videos. Today I want to share a tiny exercise with you that helps you to stabilize and to control your body in a more compact way. See, normally when we talk about the core, we seek postures like plank or we do crunches or anything like that. So normally we do moves where the body is spread out quite a lot, where we use a lot of open body span. This time we're doing an exercise that's exactly the opposite of that. We're gonna start out of a squatting position. So this is sort of a prerequisite for this exercise. Like I said, if you're new to this and you cannot do a squat yet, on my channel there is plenty of exercises that do not require a squat to start with. Today we're doing one where this is our starting position. From here, bring the hands down onto the ground. Like I keep saying, make sure that you have active hands. So the palm of your pinky finger side touches the ground first, and then you sort of spread out the fingers to all directions, and the tips of all fingers evenly press into the ground. Make sure to have a hollow hand so that you can still, even if you put pressure on, that you can still put one or two fingers underneath, fit underneath your wrist and your, not the wrist, underneath the palm. So this is sort of the pose we want for the hands because it gives us more control, more stability. It's also something that you can use for hand balances. From here, just roll slightly towards the front, so I'm on my tiptoes right now, and then keep exploring the ground in front of you, slightly to the left side, slightly to the right side, with your hands. So you can see, I'm going to show it to you from different perspectives. We start in a full squat position. From here, I walk towards the front with my arms. My legs, they stay relatively tucked. And from here, I explore different ranges of motion, different angles of how my legs press into the feet. I do not go out too far, so I want my lower leg and my thigh to be completely together. Let me show you this from the front. You see there is a weight shift when I come out to the front and then move out towards the right. See, there is a weight shift going on in my legs to the right and to the left side, like this. And that's sort of our warming up for this exercise. That's the starting point, number one. Number two, the exercise itself, it's really relatively simple in the setup. We use the same starting position, walk out with the hands just a tiny little bit towards the front, so that our arms, our forearms are still in front of the knees, relatively close though. We don't want the arms to be all the way out there. We want them to be relatively close to our knees. And from here, still active hands, palms, we're gonna take the left leg and the right palm off the ground, just like this. And then place the left foot and the right palm back on the ground and lift the left hand and the right foot. And coming back. So basically what we are doing is something similar than what we would do in a plank where we try to reach with one leg and with one arm out. But in this case right now, we observe in this very tight and closed position what is actually necessary, what's required of my shoulder, what's required of my hip joint, what's required of my ankle joint to stabilize this closed space posture. So from here, you're simply gonna lift the left leg and the right hand off the ground. Now you can play here, extend the leg and the arm out, come back to center, move the left leg out to the side, roll it back in, place the right palm back. Switch the diagonal. Left foot is on the ground, right palm is on the ground. Left hand and right leg lift off. Spread them out in the diagonals. Move the right leg out towards the side. Move the left palm out. Step back in and bring the left hand back in. So it's really about exploring. You can also push with your right foot a little bit towards the front, closer to the palm, push back from the palm into your right foot. Turn your body a tiny little bit. Bring the right palm back down on the ground and do this whole thing on the other side. Left foot is down, right palm is down. You're going to push back towards your ball of the left foot. You're going to push back towards your right palm. Push a little to the left, a little to the right, and observe those different ranges of motion. And then eventually you can become a little bit more open in the distance between your belly and your legs. So rather than sitting all the way in, lift the body up and stabilize here. Just a tiny little bit further up. The knee relatively close to the ground, but never touching the ground. Upper body stays up, comes down, up, and you explore different ranges of motion with the legs and with the arms in this very tight space. This gives you much more of a workout of all those tiny muscles that have to do a lot with your immediate motor control when you want to stabilize yourself, and also with this mobility element that wraps around the joints. In all the long poses, more often than not, we mainly focus on the large muscle groups. With this compact pose, the large muscle groups, they do not have to do that much of work. But all the tiny muscles, the intrinsic muscles in the feet, all the tiny muscles in my hands, lumbricalis, all of those, my flexors, extensors, all of those muscles have to micro-tune the movement in order, in this pose, not to fall over to the side or get out of balance or something like that. This is what this exercise is all about. It's about fine-tuning motor control in the muscles that really wrap around the joints very tightly, more the deeper muscle layers, the small, short muscles. That's what we are working with here. So this is sort of an add-on to big moves or animal locomotion and stuff like that. Everything that we do out there in larger moves requires this micro control, but you cannot train it there because the superficial big muscle groups, they have more control. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave comments down below how it goes. Give it a thumbs up and share if you liked it. And also check out my whole core series where we go about core function, core mobility, stability, where we train the abs, the hip flexors, all of those different parts on my channel. And if you like the channel and want to stay up to date, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, have a wonderful time, and see you around. Bye.